for both Plato and Aristotle, even though they have certain different notion of what reason is. That doesn't matter. They have this belief that you can know everything with certainty at the end of the day, on the basis of reason. So if you use reason properly, you can arrive at a true worldview, true view about the nature of things, about the nature, about human beings, about their relationship, everything. In a sense, you can have a whole way of life, whole religion, whole what we call deen, based on, not based on conventions or hunches, but based on reason, based on truth. And you don't need anything other than reason or beyond reason to arrive at this truth. That was Aristotle's and Plato's position, and the position held by many Muslim and Christian philosophers, and even early modern philosophers. And Sophists weren't against reason as such, but they were skeptical that solely on the basis of reason you can. Firstly, they were skeptical, I think, if there is, we have any agreed upon notion of one reason. Probably there are many reasons. So they were pluralist in that sense. And a lot of our worldviews, or part of our worldviews, were based on convention rather than reason. So they were skeptical. I mean, they doubted that they were rational people. They taught things based on reason, and they were in that sense rational and people, or followers of reasons, or like Plato, but they didn't have this overconfidence in reason which Plato and Aristotle had. And they thought that probably some of the things we learn from reason, but a lot of things are based on our habits and conventions and just contingent facts. And human beings, the limitations of human beings and their reason is such that we can never arrive at the full truth based on reason. Which is ironic again, because if they were considered arrogant for calling themselves Sophists, if we mean by Sophists that people who claim to be wise, although Sophist can also mean one who exercises wisdom or learning, it is ironic that it seems like they are the one who were more humble, and Plato and Socrates are the one who are more arrogant in that. So they were skeptical towards the claim of reasons to be the ultimate infallible source of the truth. And in that sense, because they were critical in their attitude, we can say that they have enlightened. They were upholding critical virtue of enlightenment. They were maintaining certain distance towards the tradition of philosophy and learning in which they grew up. And in that sense, these Sophists resembles, for example, skeptics all throughout the history. So, for example, in today's world, for example, people like Nietzsche, they were great admirers of Sophists, because Nietzsche was a Sophist of a sort towards the Enlightenment tradition of Kant and Hegel. Not that he rejected that tradition, but he tried to tame the overconfidence of that tradition in a similar way in which Sophists try to tame the overconfidence of the Platonic and Aristotelian tradition. And similarly, all other movement within Western thought, for example, postmodernism's attitude towards modernism can be, understood. One way to understand postmodernism is to see them as Sophists, modern day Sophists towards modernism, etc. Okay, so they made